Hello there, welcome to Genessis Models. My name's Boy Waldron and welcome to the March 2022 show. Now we're just going to jump straight into it with last month's competition. We had the EA18G Growler. It is 1/48 scale and it is by Hobby Boss. Got quite a few of you kind of getting in on this, but after doing the usual random number generation program and counting down the thread, I came to Steve Chesson. So congratulations to you, Steve Chesson. You are the winner. All you got to do is give me an email, contact me, let me know your shipping address, and I'll get this shipped out to you free of charge. So really nice competition there. We've got another competition coming up later on in the show, but let's just go over everything that we've done in the past month. We have been building away with the Avenger, so let's have a little clip of how we're getting on with that. So to get rid of this little blemish, I mean, we're at this stage, so we want to be careful, but as you can see, we've got this little blemish just there. So we want to sand it away. So we want to come in with nice fine sanding sticks. I've got this one here. It's a 240 grit on one side, and I think it's a 1200 on the other. And what we're going to do here is not only are we coming in with light sanding sticks, but we also want to just very carefully, just lightly sand away at these little bumps that we've got here. Right, the lighter we can do it, the better. The more we can just literally kind of target those bumps. And as you can see, we've already sort of gone down to the primer now. Let's bring you out a bit, focus a bit better. There we go. We're already sort of down to the primer. We don't really want to be doing that, but you know, it's sadly one of these things. Right, so we just want to get it so we can not feel that ridge anymore. There's a little bit of a ridge still there, so you know, it's a careful game, just being really sort of light with it. Right, and then once we've got rid of the feel of a ridge, which now I can feel there's no sort of ridges or bumps or lumps, right, now we can start working down our grits, right, good old fashioned, as we always do. Right, this is a 1200, right, and then we just want to nicely finish off with our polishing sticks. Nice sort of skinny sticks here, nice polishing one. The green side is a bit of a sort of buff it up, and you probably only need to go as far as that, really. Right, and because we've sort of gone down to the potentially the plastic or the primer there, you really want to just make sure we're not going to see any ridges. Right, now we may need to have to sand at this some more, right, because if we haven't done this right, we will tell when we actually spray on top of this. Right, so it's good just to make sure. So now that, you know, I'm kind of pretty sort of sure that this is nicely sanded away, no bumps, no raises or anything like that. It's got to be all sort of nice, right? You've got to be really sort of careful, because what we don't want to be doing now is sort of spraying on top of this and then you know, it doesn't look quite right, because we're going to see all the blemishes now when we spray on top, and then you've got to go off and basically spray it all again. So I'm coming in with our original colour, and what you want to do is you sort of do want to come in close, right, because the last thing we want to do is just blast all over this, and we're going to redo a bigger area. So again, you know, my paint's a little bit thinner than normal, so I can get in close. My air pressure's down, so I can get in close. Right, we're not doing like just a coverage on this one. Right, and we just want to sort of basically just get that coverage where it is gone. Right, and I'm looking at that, and you know, that looks a lot better. Hopefully, as you can see, I know it's looking a bit wet. So yes, it is a little bit annoying there, because you know, I mean, it's a little area. I mean, you could probably get away with maybe not doing bleaching, but bleaching, post shading, just to kind of get it like the rest of the model. I mean, potentially you could get away with maybe not doing that, because it is a little bit of an area, and once we do some weathering on there, it probably won't even notice it. But it's kind of up to you, depending on the situation, whether you kind of get some of that done. So that's just a little clip, but this is where we are at now. As you can see, we're all nicely sprayed. We've got our nice gloss coat on here, looking pretty sort of snazzy, and got some nice sort of weathering with the spraying going on. Now with this build, this month actually we've done a lot in regards to airbrushing, like sort of troubleshooting and tips and tricks. Nice couple of episodes this month. If you're really sort of like maybe, you know, a beginner to airbrushing or even intermediate, you know, we really did go over a lot of stuff. You know, things like problems with your airbrush, what's the best things to go off and actually clean to sort of get you through things and the most problems. Because I mean, I've been doing this for years, and you know, I have countless amount of people asking me questions, so I kind of get a gist of, you know, what kind of questions, the most common questions. So I did go over a lot of that in the past, these past episodes that we've done this month. Hopefully, right, we should have this finished March as well, all nicely done and finished, starting the next step by step. And the next one I've got in mind, I don't want to give anything away, but the next one I've got in mind will hopefully be also finished in March, fingers crossed, or close to it. So we're going to have a couple of completed builds over the next month, maybe going into the next month. So looking forward to getting all those out. We also did a nice tutorial as well on thinning your paint. Again, this was a good one. I kind of concentrated a little bit on sort of troubleshooting of airbrushing, but go check out that tutorial if you haven't, because when it comes to thinning your paint, you'll hear me say a lot kind of like 50-50 mix, but I did this sort of nice tutorial where we kind of go into what we mean by getting the feel for mixing your paints. There's also something, a nice little sheet that you can download, which is a nice little guide on, you know, what to, you know, if you start at 50-50 mix, say 17 psi, and you kind of go over like, is your spray pattern feathered, have you got good coverage, is your surface texture nice and smooth, and you kind of follow the arrows and it'll tell you what you need to do. But yeah, really good one just there. Bill did a nice AMK Tomcat in 1/48 scale inbox review, looking good there. I do also hear that he's sort of working on his own little step-by-steps as well, so looking forward to that whenever those come about. Another thing that also we've launched in February was Discord. Right now, Discord, just sort of showing you sort of what it looks like now, but like Discord is replacing TeamSpeak 3, because TeamSpeak 3 was basically you get online and you can sort of talk to all the other Genessis models member via voice chat. But Discord, we decided to switch to Discord because it is just way better than TeamSpeak 3. Basically, you know, you can still have all that getting into a channel and chatting with everyone, but you've also got text chat, you can do live streaming and all sorts of stuff. I can announce stuff in there. Really good. Just go to the Genessis Models website. I do believe on the home page, if you scroll down, you'll see the Discord, and it'll take you to the Discord page, and from there you can sort of basically link into the Genessis Models Discord. Now there's a couple of ways you can go about it. You can sort of click that link and you go to your web browser and you see Discord on a web browser, or you can download it on your PC and have it as a program on your PC, so you can sort of have it there all the time, or you can even go off and put it on your phone so you can take Discord with you wherever you go and keep up to date with everything and text and chat and all these kind of good stuff. So it is way better. I'd love to see you guys get in there. We've had quite a few people get in there already, but it'll be good to sort of get you guys sort of coming together as a community and sort of getting that bit more communication and showing us what you do and what you're up to, and all that good stuff. So moving along now to the top pick of the month. There's been quite a few nice builds that have been finished, but I did end up going with who was it again? It was It was the Raphael C 148 scale by Revell. Really nice kit this is. I've done it myself a few times actually when I was doing commission builds. Does go together quite well. It does need a little bit of work here and there because it is Revell after all, but I really like the nice finish. I really like the photography that was done behind it as well. So you are the top pick of the month, and that will be going in the Genessis models gallery. Only a little bit of new stuff in stock with the store. We have these just here. These are the lacquer thinners by Tamiya and the paint retard for lacquers. I've just got in these just to get started with, but I'm kind of thinking next paint range to be something lacquer based. I know that it's kind of strange how we've gone from enamel paints, then we went to acrylics because they're sort of more healthier, but like a lot of people are starting to go down the lacquer based paint route, which is a bit sort of strange how we're kind of moving that way a bit. I mean, I don't think we're going to replace acrylics because they are more safer, but lacquer based paints, I think really when it comes to spraying your paints, you know, enamels, the problem with them was you sprayed them on and you know it would take hours for them to dry, which is sort of like a little bit of dust comes down and you get bits all over your paintwork. You know, not something to get on with, and they were smelly and they are harmful for your health and stuff. But with acrylics that you see behind me here, acrylics dry faster, they're better for your health, but lacquer based paints, they do also dry pretty damn fast as well, but you do seem to get a nicer finish with lacquers, and I think that's probably why people are going down that route, even though they're not as shall we say, I mean, you kind of want to be, you know, somebody who has proper extraction systems and face masks and stuff. If you're gonna use lacquers, I mean, you should be anyway, but you really want to be making sure you've got a good setup there. So I'm kind of thinking maybe getting in the Tamiya lacquer based paints, but there is the Guns and there is what is it, Hataka as well. So a bit of feedback on that. What would you like to see in the store come in first as a new paint range? But I've got some lacquer thinners and retarder in there as well, just to get you started. So let's finish off with this month's competition. So we've had this nice new release by Edard. It is the M6 M20 Type 21-0. This is 148 scale. It's a Provi Pack edition, so you get all the goodies in there. I have done an inbox review on this if you want to go check it out. But yes, this is going to be this month's competition. So to be in it to win it, as always, you go to the Genesis Models forum, and in the competition section, you can basically make a post, count me in or something to that effect, and you will be entered. And next month I'll go off and do the usual random number generation program, count down the thread, and get this shipped off to you free of charge. So sadly that is it for the show. Hopefully you're going to be looking forward to basically this Avenger being finished, starting a whole new step-by-step, which is going to be a bit of a short one, a bit more on the advanced side of things, and hopefully that will be finished pretty quick as well. So you know, two builds hopefully coming to a completion by the end of this month, and then hopefully, you know, sometime in April we'll start a whole new one, and we'll see what that is. But and whatever inbox reviews and all the goodies that go on as well, and hopefully to see you in Discord. But as always, until next time, my name is Bobby Waldron, this is Genessis Models, and I hope you've enjoyed.